morning.
I haven't slept because I haven't. How are you?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, good.
Well, did you pull up okay? But you haven't pulled up yet.
No. Oh my god. Mel's still awake. She's in there and
So where did you guys? Did you go to the after party?
Went to the after party.
Yep.
We stayed there until we'd finished.
What time was that? Was the sun coming up?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we went for a walk.
Yep.
And then we made some friends along the way that were just sitting on the side of the road.
As you do in Melbourne, yeah.
So then they came with us.
Yeah.
And we went to botanical gardens and we're like,
Oh yeah. Watch the sun come up.
No, then we just sat on the sidewalk for a bit. And there's this club called like Rebs or
Rebs, yeah.
I don't know. And then we all got in 2 taxis and went there, and then they wouldn't let us in. So we got hot chocolates.
I don't think Rebs had much of a policy on who they let in and don't let in.
They have
Or was it a lockout type thing?
no memberships. Apparently, you have to buy you have to have a membership to be able to go in there. And then it got cold, and then we were like, all right, bye, new friends, and we came home and we sat there for about an hour resonating over the day, and we all watched everyone's Snapchat stories and laughed. And then they have to take me to the airport tonight, so
Oh, so they're going to get a bit of
I'm
rest?
like, can you guys go sleep?
So have you had breakfast yet?
Nothing.
Alright.
I'm starving.
Alright, donut to kick off.
Oh, fuck yes. And yeah, Mel's awake. She's just got her headphones on listening to music. She's like, I can't sleep. I'm like, you need to because you're driving me to the airport, so...
Maybe I should offer Doughnut Run on the way to the airport. I'll be next.
Well, I'm talking to Exis at the moment because he messaged me this morning. He's like, hey. I'm like, hey. He's like, what are you up to today? And I was like, going on a donut run and I haven't even slept yet. And he's like, what have you been doing for the last 5 hours?
Yeah, we got home after sundown we went home. It was about 1 a.m. or something.
I should have done that, hey.
But, oh, you're in Melbourne, not for long.
That's what I thought. I was like, it's New Year's, I'm in Melbourne.
It's a good story to tell.
No one knows me here. Yeah. The amount of people I added on Facebook last night, or added me, and this morning I'm like, who's this person? Like, oh my god, my head.
So what's happening with you music-wise? Got much coming up?
Yeah, I do.
Are you allowed to talk about it, or is it still underground?
Nah,
I
haven't been told that it's underground.
One thing with this trance scene I find, even myself for some reason, it's like, what are you working on? Oh, I'm just working on a track, and you don't tell them who you're working with or what you're doing until you sign it or something like that.
Nah. You know? I don't know. I'm kind of new to the whole working with artists thing. Like myself and Marlo didn't really say anything until he put a little cheeky post on my Facebook saying, oh, what have we done?
Yep.
And so everyone's like cottoned on from there, but...
How did he get onto you? Or...
I did a cover of Gareth Emery and Bo Bruce's track, You.
Oh, yeah.
And he was tagged in it by someone in the UK that I think he knows.
Yep.
And he then messaged me on Facebook and he said, really liked your cover of You, we should do something together.
Okay.
And funny thing, I just saw him at Stereo the day before.
Oh.
Was it the day before or a few days on the weekend?
Yeah. Yep.
So I had my little Marlo wristband and I was like, woo, in the audience. And
and then next thing you know...
And he messages me and I'm like, okay, play it cool, breathe. So I messaged him.
You got this, you can do it.
I literally had to calm myself down and I was like, yeah, cool man, cool set at Stereo.
Yeah, I've heard your name before.
Yeah. I was like, sounds good, you know, maybe your people can call my people, we can hit something up, and then we were just talking back and forward, and then he, sent me his email and kind of just went from there, really. And it's been,
Now this is going to be the shortest donut run ever because there's a donut place really close to where you are.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you want to just keep doing laps.
I actually am not fussed. It's nice to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, we'll sit down, have a chat.
Cool.
Maybe have a coffee as well. There's actually another place here. It's called Bistro Morgan. This 16-year-old decided to make donuts at home and...
Really?
It's just taken off. But it's not open today.
16-year-old?
Yeah. I think he's 16. Something like that. And
wow.
It just took off.
So he owns that business then?
Apparently, well, he's still in school.
Oh, wow.
So... I think his parents help him and stuff. So.
When it comes to donuts, though, there's so many passions and skills
like
that just
this.
come out of nowhere.
Burgers are starting to get really big in Melbourne. It's like this big...
I think everything is starting to get big in Melbourne. The food here is amazing. Like, when I came last time when I was touring with Marlo, I don't usually eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. Like, I just eat whenever. I literally ate breakfast, lunch and dinner.
There's our stop.
Oh, nice. Oh, is it outdoor?
Yeah,
They're open?
Yeah, they are open. We just got to find a parking spot.
My clock's still on Perth time and I've been looking at it like all week thinking...
Yeah, sorry, you were saying when you're touring with Marlo.
Yeah,
breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yeah, everything. Coffee, pancakes. I'd have a crepe at like midnight because they're open.
Yeah.
And I got so fat. I think I put on 2 kilos.
Well, donuts aren't going to help. Right. Always gets...
Well, they're not, but you know, I'm in Melbourne.
I'll say my goodbye, and I'll leave my head for you. I'll give, I'll take.
I feel like Australia's really on the map at the moment. Just
Yeah,
me.
we are doing well. How many shows did you do on the Marlo tour?
I did 3. I did Perth, Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah.
The 4th one was Adelaide. I think it was Adelaide. I didn't do Adelaide. So Perth was on the Friday. That was also like my birthday event as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was hectic. Yeah. It was overwhelming actually. Like, I didn't realise how much support I actually had there. Like,
in Perth?
yeah. Like, I just didn't realise it. Like, I don't know if it's just come out of nowhere or... Because I have had people that, like, have laughed at me and have, like...
Oh, okay.
I've been through
Just
all that,
told
you know?
you, give up the dream,
You know,
give
just
up,
what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Or, like, you know, the very same people that told me to do something about with what I have are now the same people that are turning around and saying...
I believed in you.
No, just like... I don't know, just... Like... You know, clearly it's not really working out for you, so...
Oh, okay.
You know, things like that, and just make comments, but like, this... We're in 2017, so...
Yes.
2016, New Year's, I decided to just cut out anyone that was bringing me down, or, you know, like, oh, you don't believe in me? Okay, bye. Like, bye Felicia, because I don't need it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gaining anything from having those people around.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to be negative, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's not what...
You know, being constructive and all that sort of stuff is great.
Yeah, constructive criticism.
But just...
Any day.
Telling you, for the sake of just telling you that what you're doing is shit, is... What is that?
Yeah, it's easy to say it's bad or, you know, whatever, but it's like, if you can say, okay, what don't you like about it?
How is it affecting you? Like, I don't know, I just find that I'm lucky now. Like, I used to care so much about what people thought about me.
Yeah.
Like, so much to a point where, you know, someone said a bad thing about me, it'd eat me up for weeks.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually gone through enough stuff now, and I'm finally at a point in my life where I actually don't give a shit what anyone thinks about me.
That's actually really... Because Pinky said something very similar.
Yeah.
She was like...
It's just so free feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I feel free.
I was producing to make people happy and not myself. So she's like... And then I just said,
You just focus, like, on your own road. Like, I think if that's the problem with a lot of people that are trying to get somewhere as well, is they're so busy looking in everyone else's backyard that they're not focused on their own. Whereas I'm not worried about what Joe Blogg's doing over there and what this person's doing. Like, I could look at Chloe, Christina, Emma Hewitt and be like, oh, you know, I'm jealous, I need to, like, do this, I need to do that. Like, I'm not.
Why
I'm just doing
succeeding?
me. Yeah, I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
And if my thing gets me somewhere, then I'm happy. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, there's no finish line for me.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going at my own pace, I'm doing my own thing, and it's my own journey. And I think more people need to focus, you know, like, you know, Olympic swimmers don't, you know, look at the person next to them while they're going through a race. They're wholly...
I always use the, you know, on race horses, they put the blinkers on so they don't see the horse next to them.
And, you
That's
know,
what I
being
say.
aware and all that sort of stuff is great. You know, knowing, being smart, all that sort of stuff. But, I don't know,
Just gotta run your own race, you know.
focus on your own stuff and you'll get where you want to be. So I think that's all I've really done, because my parents are very supportive. I've never had, I have had very supportive friends, like my best friends and stuff like that. And I suppose at the Perth show for altitude is when it really struck me that, no, I actually do have the support. Even Miley was like, you have heaps of support out there. I had friends that made me t-shirts and said Chat Happy on it. And like I couldn't hear through my in-ear because there was so much screaming for me. And I wasn't sure if it's because they accidentally put Emma Hewitt's name behind me while I was performing. Or it was
maybe
purely
they thought
for
you
me.
were Emma Hewitt. Huh?
You know what? Maybe they were there for Emma Hewitt. But at the end of the day,
Emma, yeah.
All Emmas are the same. Whether they're yelling for Emma Hewitt or...
You had a bit of a chat to her.
I did, yeah.
gigs,
Sorry,
She
pulled me aside. We're backstage, and she pulled me aside, and she's like, "Oh, can I give you some advice?" And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Please give me, like, yes."
Do I have to pay? How much do you want?
Yeah, like sit down, I'll lay down and look at the sky, like whatever.
Yeah.
And her advice to me was like, don't take so much on at the one time.
Okay.
And, not only does it clash with marketing and promoting and all that sort of stuff when you're working with producers, but, I think she was knocked back by, I won't say who, but a major artist.
Okay.
Because he said, oh no, you've already worked with this person this year. I'm going to have to wait for next year now.
Yeah.
She said, understandably, like, it's a hard one, because if I've worked with someone with the likes of Marlo now, she said, you can't really go and work with Roger down the road anymore.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I'm not about that either. If I connect with the track and I like it, it doesn't, like, it does matter now, because it's so hard. It's so hard because you don't want to be cocky and be big-headed and be like, you're not big enough for me to work with. But you do have to be careful. Like, you can't, especially labels, they don't like you working with, like, this person, and then this, like, all over the place. Because she said that, and, she's missed out on an opportunity, and she has to wait for this year now, because she had worked with so many different...
Yeah, I can understand that. That'll be,
it's hard, though, because I don't...
You want to put yourself out there, but, there's people putting barriers in front of you.
And, like, I suppose, like, I started from nowhere as well, and... everyone that, I get sent demos all the time. People that, that don't really have a following and no one really knows who they are. Like, they're trying to get somewhere. Yeah. And it's hard for me to, like, be like, oh, look, I'm really sorry. Like, it's really hard. And I'm still adjusting to be a bit stronger with that, because everyone...
Hard to say no.
It's hard to say no. Yeah. Everyone's just, they're just following their dreams.
Yeah.
If I can help them do that, then that's great. But I also have to watch... where I'm falling as well, and it all kind of like adds up, and it's
you got your
really
own journey
tricky
as well.
So like I said, I'm not new in the whole music industry, but at this scale, I'm still finding my feet. Like I'm winging it in a way. Like I'm just following my heart at the end of the day. And
so have you got like you said, you had a chat to Ruben, and do you have like a bit of someone guiding you through all this, or giving you advice through the process? Is there someone you can kind of turn to and say, hey, I've just got an offer from this producer, he wants to do a record, what do you think?
There's a guy called Jay Jacob who lives in Sydney. All of this started from him, actually. I randomly decided to fly to Sydney to stay at this guy's house that I've never even met, because he's in the industry. Yep. And he wanted to work with me and help each other. Okay. And then we did a photo shoot while we were over there, and our whole idea was to, like, pitch to labels. Yep. And he said to me, in 6 months' time, I'll have you working with someone big. Okay. Now, I worked my ass off every day. Yep. He pushed me. He still pushes me. And we drive each other up the wall, but we love each other at the same time. I don't know, just having someone, like, writing me like that, I'd do a cover every week. I'd have to do a video to that cover every week, I'm new at the recording stuff, like, I had deadlines, and he'd be like, where's that cover, I'm waiting for it, and I'm like, oh, I've stuffed it up like 3 times, it's like, I don't care, I want it done, get it sent to me tonight, and it's like, I got so angry, and, like, I threw my phone, and, like, but, I kid you not, exactly 6 months after working with him, I was working with Marlo.
Oh, okay.
And he's not a manager and he's not anything like that, but he's just like been a massive aid in everything. And like if I'm stuck or I need guidance, I just give him a call and I'm like, what do you think? You know, even just before I went on tour, I had a massive panic attack. Never been on tour before. Janet emailed me and said, oh, this is your point of contact for your tour. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And I called him up and I was like, what am I doing? I'm not ready for this. Like, what the hell? And he's like, are you done? And I'm like, yeah, all right. He's like, what have we been working for this whole time? And you're so calm about it. And you're so like...
This is it, yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
I guess it's right. It's what you work for. Then when you get it, you're like...
It's scary. Like, for me, like... to put myself out there like that, you know, now I go onto the internet and I am reading hateful things like she doesn't have the body to pull off these kind of outfits and she doesn't this and she doesn't that. Like, you know, I don't sit there and read through all the comments, but it's good because I'm at that point now where, you know, I'm sorry, but your opinion isn't valid to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to sit there behind a keyboard and say, like, I don't...
Keyboard warriors, right? Yeah,
I don't know, I just don't... I value people's opinions, but...
Females probably do have a bit more of that, you know, I guess they're probably getting judged more as well.
Well, when like the...
Body image, see?
That's it, yeah.
I've never even thought about that in the music scene with vocalists, but obviously people care.
When my promo picture came out for my tour, one of the first comments that I read on there was, she looks like a stripper.
Alright, jeez.
And I actually laughed at it. I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, alright then. Then I'm looking at myself in the picture and I'm like, maybe I do. Maybe it's the hair. Or then I was like, who cares? I don't really care. Like, it doesn't matter. And I keep telling myself that you're going to get... If you put yourself out there, don't get angry when you get stuff come back at you like that, because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, and you just have to deal with it, really.
Haters going to hate, alright? And...
Ruben actually... we have each other on Snapchat, and I actually, one of those YouTube comments, I circled it and I was like, ouch, and I had it on my Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
He replied, he's like, haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know. And it's good because I am at that point where I don't care now, you know, like it doesn't faze me, I'm just doing my thing, and you're either gonna love it or you're gonna not love it, and it doesn't really bother me because it makes me me, I suppose.
Oh, see, I was talking about the trams, how that stop thing came up.
I don't even know why there's a train on the road. Shouldn't be there.
So, when this is a tram stop here, it doesn't look like one, but when it stops, the doors open and a little stop sign comes up, and you're meant to stop.
People get off in the middle of it.
Yeah, so me being in the left lane, I'm meant to stop.
Yeah.
And obviously, tourists sometimes, they don't know that, and they just drive straight through and someone's coming off. So that's why if you're in Melbourne and you're on a tram,
it's either don't catch trams or
stick your head out first and have a look, make sure the car's stopped.
It's really dramatic here, isn't it?
They don't muck around.
Oh God. No, never going to drive in Melbourne.
Oh, I could have taken you into the city and we could have done a hook turn. That would have blown your mind.
I've seen them be done. And I've just glared at it and I've been like, I don't understand what is happening right now.
The main thing is for the public transport to keep moving.
Yeah.
So you're out of the middle of the lane, because if you're in the right lane turning right and a tram's behind you, he can't go obviously, so that's why you stick to the left.
Yeah. Okay,
so the trams can go. But then only
I mean, the tram system's really good because we went and watched the fireworks.
Yeah, it was free.
And we just jumped on a tram near, you would have seen it. And then, like, I'm with my friend Melissa, like, she knows Melbourne a little bit. You just get off and you walk and then you just catch a tram back.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good transport.
And it was free.
It was free.
I won't say the street name. It's one, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Just so you don't get any stalkers. Not that they can stalk you. You're in Melbourne. You live in Perth. So.
Exactly. Who would
They'll
stalk me anyway?
Your mates. You stalk your friend.
They can stalk. Yeah.
Here we go. Hope you had fun.
Thank you. It was good to catch up anyway.
Likewise, yeah. Before you jet off.
When am I going to go back to Melbourne again, hey?
I hope you get some sleep.
With another heart attack.